trace the shadow where your coat used to hang. The air still carried the coffee you never drank. Every corner whispered secrets we never said. I loved you loudest inside my quiet head. I should have fought harder when the silence grew. Held your hand tighter when you slipped into blue. But I let the moment drift like smoke in the rain. Now the hurt arrives before the pain. I missed you before you left, before the door ever closed. Felt the goodbye living in every word you never spoke. Your absence was already carved in the shape of my days. I've been grieving you quietly in 1,000 small ways. I missed you before you left. Your laugh still echoes in the hallway at 3. But it's only the wind playing tricks on me. I keep your favorite song on repeat in the dark, trying to find the place where we lost the spark. I should have said stay when my pride said run. Should have been honest when the damage was done. Now every sunrise feels like an apology for the love I buried so you could be free. I missed you before you left, before the suitcase hit the floor. Heard the end in every step you took toward the door. Your leaving was written in glances I tried to ignore. I've been carrying ghosts of what we were before. I missed you before you left. Maybe in another life I'd be brave enough to speak. Catch your wrist at the threshold, pull you back to me. But in this one I'm learning how to live with the ache of loving someone most when it's already too late. Too late. I missed you before you left, and I'm still missing you now. In the spaces between breaths, the quiet already knew. I missed you, I'll always miss you. We used to finish each other's sentences at dawn. Now how was your day feels like reciting a foreign song. Your laugh moved to someone else's stories on my feet, while I sit here memorizing the back of your head. The small rituals faded one unnoticed breath at a time. Coffee for two became coffee for one by design. I kept waiting for the moment you'd turn and see that the person you once knew was still right here, still me. I watched us turn into strangers. No dramatic goodbye, just 1,000 tiny deaths beneath the same sky. Your eyes forgot the way they used to find mine. We became polite ghosts in the wreckage of us and mine. I watched it happen, slow like winter arriving. I watched us turn into strangers, still surviving. Stop reaching for my hand in crowded rooms. I stopped asking why the silence felt like tombs. Traded inside jokes for surface level weather, and I love you became something we don't say together. I replayed every warning sign like film on repeat. The way your later turned permanent, incomplete. I should have fought louder when the distance grew tall, but I let it happen. Watch the writing on the wall. I watched us turn into strangers. No fight, no blame, just erosion disguised as life staying the same. Your voice on the phone lost its warmth overnight. We're civil now, careful, pretending it's alright. I watched it happen like sand slipping through. I watched us turn into strangers, me without you. If I could pause time on the last night we felt like home, I'd whisper every unsaid thing before we turned to stone. But love doesn't warn you when it's quietly packing to leave. It just lets you watch the stranger you once swore you'd never be. And now I carry your absence like a second skin. The stranger you became is the hardest place I've been. watched us turn in the strangers, and I'm still watching the end. Every memory flickers like a signal losing strains. You're happy somewhere new. I hope that much is true. I'm learning how to live inside the echo of losing you. I watched us turn, I watched us fade into strangers we never thought we'd trade. I watched us turn into strangers, and the strangest part is I still recognize your shadow in every empty heart. We stood in the hallway with the lights turned low. Your coat still on the hook like it didn't want to go. I reached for your fingers, but the moment slipped through. You whispered, take care, like that could see us through. We never drew the final line, never turned the page, just left the story open on a half-erased stage. I kept the door unlocked in case you changed your mind, while the silence grew heavier with every night behind. The goodbye under my skin. I keep replaying the almost words we left unsaid, the almost hugs, the almost end we never let begin. No slammed doors, no final tears, just an open wound that breathes. The goodbye we never finished is the only thing that won't leave. Your name still lights up when my phone forgets to forget. Old voicemails play like ghosts I haven't buried yet. We talk about the weather when we accidentally meet. Two strangers wearing memories we can't delete. I practiced every perfect line 1,000 times alone, but courage always left me when I heard your tone. We chose to walk away without ever walking out. Now the ending hangs forever in this endless doubt. The goodbye we never finished still echoes every time the wind moves through the trees. I carry all the questions that we never dared to speak, the love we couldn't bury and the pain we couldn't free. No dramatic final scene, just a quiet, slow decay. The goodbye we never finished won't let me walk away. If the universe gave me one more hearts don't get rewinds. So I'm learning how to live with the goodbye we left behind. The goodbye we never finished is the hardest kind of closure I will ever know. I'm teaching myself to release what we never let go, to close the book we left open, to finally say I know. No more waiting for the words that never came to me. The goodbye we never finished is teaching me to be free. The goodbye we never finished still whispers in the dark. But I'm learning how to finish it inside my healing heart. You walk through the door like a habit you can't break, but your smile doesn't reach the eyes I used to know so well. The way you say my name sounds borrowed, not quite yours, like you left the real version somewhere behind closed doors. I still set 2 plates out of muscle memory, pour your coffee black the way it used to comfort me. But every conversation feels like reading from a script where the actor playing you has already quit. The version of you it's just a shadow wearing the face I love. He speaks in your voice, but the warmth has been replaced with polite distance and careful words we both hate. I miss the version of you that before you became someone I barely rate lies today. We still share the couch, the same late night show, but your hand doesn't find mine underneath the throw. You laugh at the right moments, you ask if I'm okay, yet the man who once fought for me has quietly walked away. I keep searching for the spark behind your tired eyes, the boy who promised forever under starry skies, but he's somewhere far away living a different life, while this polite stranger sleeps next to me at night. The version of you that stays is a beautiful lie I'm too scared to face. hollow echo became all that's left of her. But ghosts don't answer when you call their name at night. So I'm learning how to love what's gone while holding on so tight. The version of you that stayed is slowly teaching me how to say goodbye. I can't keep waiting for a man who's already left inside. I deserve the kind of love that doesn't slowly die. Goodbye to the version of you that stayed. I'm setting both of us free today. The version of you that stayed was never really here, and I'm finally learning to disappear. The lamp was low, the city hummed outside. I held the phone closer like it could keep you by my side. You asked about my day, I answered soft and slow. But something in your tone had already let me go. The pauses stretched longer than they used to do. Your laugh came polite instead of breaking through. I traced the pattern of the blanket on my knees, while every word you spoke felt like a distant memory. The night your voice felt different was the night the ending quietly arrived. No goodbye, no argument, just a subtle shift inside, like the warmth that slowly left the place where it once thrived. I heard it in the silence between the words you tried to hide. The night your voice felt different was the night our forever died. You said you were tired, that work had been long, but I heard the distance like a quiet, unfamiliar song. The way you said I love you landed light as air, as if the weight behind it simply wasn't there. I wanted to ask what changed between yesterday and now, but fear kept the question locked inside somehow. So I laughed a little softer, pretended I was fine, while my heart was already reading the last line. The night your voice felt different was the night I started learning how to grieve, while you were still right there, still breathing next was the night you started to leave. If I could go back to that call, to that quiet midnight air, I'd ask you to be honest. I'd tell you I was scared. I'd say, I feel you fading, please don't disappear. Instead I let the moment pass and held back every tear. Now I carry that version of your voice like a scar, the gentle way you told me who we no longer are. The night your voice felt different is the moment I replay when the house gets too still. It taught me love can end without a single scream or spill, just a slow aching change no one wants to feel. The night your voice felt different was the hardest truth I had to learn to heal. The night your voice felt different, I knew we were already gone, but I still said goodnight and held on. We were still learning how to laugh again, still leaving coffee warm on the table. You said forever like it had time, like love was something stable. I was counting days we hadn't lived, dreams we hadn't dared to try. Then you said my name like an ending, before I learned how to say goodbye. I thought we were just beginning, but you were already done. I was holding on to the moment you were landing from. Your goodbye came early, before my heart could understand. I was still building tomorrow. You were letting go of my hand. Your goodbye came early, before love learned how to stay. I was ready to keep choosing us. You walked away yesterday. Your side of the bed stayed untouched, like it knew you wouldn't return. I replayed thought it through. Let the leaving was an act of grace, but I was still inside the story. You erased the final page. I didn't know love could end before it ever felt complete. I was still believing in us while you were retreating. Your goodbye came early before I'd learned how to be strong. I was still calling you my home. You had already moved on. Your goodbye came early before my heart could prepare. You left me holding a future. You decided not to share. Maybe timing never looks one. Maybe hearts don't always align. But you don't leave someone slowly when they're still calling you mine. I won't beg love to wait. That already chose to flee. If goodbye came early for you, it came on time for me. Your goodbye came early, but my healing came right on time. I won't mourn what you abandoned. I'll protect what's still mine. Your goodbye came early, but I finally see the truth. You left before love was tested. I stayed long enough to choose. You left before I was ready. Now I'm ready without you. I learned how to speak softer so you wouldn't turn away. I shrank my needs to silence just to make you stay. I left room in every sentence, hoping you would step inside. But you filled the world with noise and never saw what I set aside. I bend myself around your days like love was something small. You never felt me disappearing, you never felt it at all. There was space you never noticed, right beside your life. I was standing in the quiet while you chased another light. There was space you never noticed, where my heart remained. I was making room for you while you never did the same. Saved you a place in my future with your name underlined. You treated love like a visitor, something passing through your time. I waited in between your choices, like a pause you could ignore. You never saw me holding open what you never walked toward. I kept the door from closing tight in case you changed your mind. But you mistook my patience for something you could leave behind. There was space you never noticed in every breath I gave. I was quietly choosing us while you were halfway gone. Passing through the days. Oh, maybe love should take a broom. Maybe it should be seen. I shouldn't have to fade myself to fit inside your dreams. But I see it now. It was never meant to hold you. It was teaching me how. There was space you never noticed, and I'm reclaiming it tonight. I won't make myself smaller just to stay inside your life. The space you never noticed is finally mine. The room still smells of yesterday. Your laughter lingers, won't fade away. I trace the moments you let slip through. Every corner whispers something of you. I stood in shadows where your light once shone, hoping somehow I could hold it alone. But love dissolved before it could stay, and I'm still standing where it went away. And every night I feel the cold of words you never said, stories untold. I stayed where your love ended, holding pieces I never mended. Every heartbeat I keep your sweater folded on the chair, pretending you might come back there. The clock ticks slow, the nights feel long, but I find strength inside the wrong. The love we had became a ghost, but it's mine to keep, even if it hurts most. And in the quiet I begin to see the love I lost is part of me. I stayed where your love ended, holding pieces I never mended. Every heartbeat I tried to save now drifts alone across the waves. I stayed where your love ended, learning to heal what was upended. Though you walked out and left me behind, I keep the echoes you left in my mind. Maybe some hearts are not meant to stay. Maybe love is a lesson in decay. But I keep the fire, even in the night, turning your absence into my light. I stayed where your love ended, but now I'm stronger, unpretended. Every memory that cut so deep, I cradle them softly as I sleep. I stayed where your love ended, but I'm rising from the ache you intended. Though you left without a sign, I carry the love that once was mine. I breathe in the echoes and finally find my own tomorrow. I wake up reaching for your side. Habit doesn't ask me why. Your coffee cup is long gone cold, still feels like something left untold. I don't hear you say my name, but rooms still echo just the same, like you never really left. You just became my quiet breath. I thought time would teach me how to forget, but it only taught my heart where you still sit. Your absence still knows my heart, knows exactly where to start. Every scar, every part, every place we fell apart. Even gone, you leave a mark in the silence, in the dark. You don't touch me, don't hold my hand, but your absence understands. I smile now when people ask if I'm done with the past. I say yes like it's true, like love just disappears on cue. But some nights I still feel you near, in songs I never used to hear. It's not pain, it's something else, like missing who I was myself. I don't need you back to survive, I just miss the way we were alive. Your absence still knows my heart, knows exactly where to start. Every scar, every part, every place we fell apart. Even more, you leave a mark in the silence, in the dark. You don't touch me, don't hold my hand, but your absence understands. Maybe love doesn't need a face, maybe it just learns to change its place. You're not here, but you're not erased. You're written into how I am. Your absence still knows my heart, like a language I can unlearn. Every end, every start, every lesson that still burns. I don't need you to stay, I just feel you every day. You don't love me like you did, but your absence never quit. You're not here, but my heart still knows you were. I didn't know the shape of quiet until your voice was gone. I used to fill my days with you, nowadays just carry on. Your coffee cup still by the sink, like you're running late. But I stopped waiting at the door when hope learned how to break. You never meant to leave me cold, but love taught lessons it never told. I learned loneliness from you, from the way you slowly slipped away from all the things we didn't do, and every word you didn't say. I wasn't born this good at being alone, I had to learn it from you. Yeah, I learned loneliness from you. We shared a bed, but not our fears. I felt you miles away. You smiled like nothing was wrong. I memorized that face. I tried to hold what wasn't there, like air between my hands. You left me with your absence, that's when I started to understand. Love doesn't always end with tears, sometimes it leaves you here. I learned loneliness from was past midnight, phone face down. Your name stayed quiet, no familiar sound. I typed your words, erased them twice, like love was thinking, taking time. The room was full of borrowed air. Your side of the bed still warm somehow. That was the night I realized love was gone, but I was still around. I kept reaching for something true, but every silence sounded like you. It was the night love stopped answering our goodbye. No warning sign, I kept calling out your heart, but it was already offline. I stayed awake, believing you, while love just let me through. Yeah, it was the night love stopped answering, and I stayed with the truth. Your jacket hanging by the door, like you'd be back, like before. I replayed moments in my head, looking for the words you never said. You said nothing was wrong at all, but your eyes had learned to leave. I was loving at full volume. You were already on mute with me. You didn't mean to disappear, but love doesn't always stay sincere. It was the night love stopped answering. I heard the echo, not your voice. I begged the past to hold us still, like pain was ever a choice. I kept my heart unlocked for you, but love already moved. Yeah, it was the night love stopped answering, and I finally knew. Now I don't wait for messages that never come. I learned some hearts go silent before they're gone. It was the night love stopped answering, but I survived the sound of none. I stopped calling what we had, something it never become. You taught me how to lose someone without a final truth. It was the night love stopped answering, and I answered me too. I still remember the ringing, but I don't wait anymore. I kept your sweater on the chair, like you to walk in and still be there. Your shadow lingers on my skin, a quiet ache I'm living in. I replay words you never meant, trying to heal with what was left. After the last I love you, the world stopped holding its truth. Every heartbeat fell out of tune, since I'm learning life without you. After the last I love you, I'm standing in the pieces you withdrew. Your laughter haunts the empty rooms, soft echoes wrapped in fading bloom. I trace the spaces where you stood. If letting go was easy, I still could. But memories spill like summer rain, touching the parts I can't explain. After the last I love you, the world stopped holding its truth. Every heartbeat fell out of tune, since I'm learning life without you. After the last I love you, I'm standing in the pieces you withdrew. Maybe love was meant to fade slow, leaving fingerprints on my soul. I'm still walking where we used to be, trying to find the rest of me. After the last I love you, I'm breathing in a sky so blue, knowing time won't erase what's true, but I'm finding strength you never knew. After the last I love you, I'm learning how to live beyond you. One day this ache will pass through, but tonight I'm whispering goodbye to you. I hear your footsteps in the hall again, a phantom sound beneath my skin. Your name still lingers in the dark, a quiet bruise upon my heart. I'm trying not to fall apart, but your silence keeps pulling me back to the start. 'Cause echoes don't lie, they keep telling me why all the words empty spaces breathe your trace. A haunting warmth I can't replace. I hold the truth with trembling hands, hoping it turns to light again. But the past keeps calling out your name, and I'm the one still burning in the flame. 'Cause echoes don't lie, they keep telling me why. All the words you left behind still cut like they were never mine. Every whisper, every sigh, echoes don't lie. They keep breaking me each time. Maybe love was meant to fade slow, like fading stars in the afterglow. But the quiet hurts the most when your memories turn to gas. Said echoes don't lie. Now I finally know why. Every promise, every cry was the truth we tried to hide. But I'm learning to say goodbye even when echoes don't lie. Tonight I'll breathe without your sound and let the echoes settle down. I feel the quiet trembling in my hands, like every beat still understands. You were the rhythm I leaned on, a soft heartbeat that's now long gone. I try to steady what you left undone, but every breath reminds me you were the one. 'Cause I still feel your name on my pulse, running wild beneath my bones. Every echo of the love we lost still moves through me like a ghost. I wish I could let it go, but I feel your name on my pulse. I trace the memories like faded lines, a quiet warmth I failed to hide. You were the fire beneath my skin, a fragile truth I kept within. And I keep trying to outrun the past, but your heartbeat lingers, beating fast. 'Cause I still feel your name on my pulse, running wild beneath my bones. Every echo of the love we lost still moves through me like a ghost. I 'Cause I still feel your name on my pulse, and it hurts, but it's all I know. Every moment that we couldn't save still rushes through me like a wave. Maybe someday it won't show, but tonight your name still beats on my pulse. One day this heartbeat will be mine again, but tonight it still remembers when. Trace the places where you used to stand. Your shadows linger on my trembling hands. We used to speak in quiet, honest tones. Now every word feels like it's made of stone. The space you left keeps growing every night, a quiet ache that never fits quite right. I reach for you across the fading light, but love can't bridge what's lost from sight. And I'm trying not to fall apart, but silence cuts deeper than the dark. You drift away with every passing day, while I'm still learning how to stay. There's a distance between our hearts that I can't cross, no matter how I try. Every step just pulls us further, every truth becomes another lie. I'm reaching out with broken fingers, but the hurt keeps tearing us apart. No matter how close we stand, I can't find you through the distance between our hearts. I replay moments like a fragile song, wondering which note we played wrong. Your laughter used to echo next to mine. Now it feels distant, lost in time. I hold the memories like they're glass, afraid they'll shatter if I breathe too fast. You're here, but somehow not the same, a stranger wearing your old from the distance between our hearts. One day I'll walk without this weight and breathe a world that doesn't ache. But tonight I'm learning how to part with the distance between our hearts. We used to speak in colors soft and bright. Now every sentence fades into the night. Your eyes once met mine halfway home. Now they wander like they're on their own. I try to reach you, but the air just shakes. Like silence knows the sound we never made. It's the quiet between our words, where all the hurt begins to grow. The things we never said are the ones that echo loudest now. You're standing right beside me, but you feel a world away. In the quiet between our words, we slowly lost our way. Coffee cools between untouched hands. We smile like strangers trying to pretend. I hear the distance in your soft I'm fine. A fading truth buried in your sighs. We keep pretending nothing's out of place, but silence draws a line we cannot trace. It's the quiet between our words, where all the hurt begins to grow. The things we never said are the ones that echo loudest now. You're standing right beside me, but you feel a world away. In the quiet between our words, we slowly lost our way. If love is slipping through the spaces, tell me how we ever save this. Are we too far to speak the truth, or are we scared of what we'll lose? It's the quiet between our words, the place where we forgot to stay. If only we had spoken, maybe love wouldn't slip away. You're here, but I can't reach you, no matter how I pray. In the quiet between our words, we whispered our last goodbye that day. And another silence is all we have left to say. walked in like a summer breeze, soft and warm you unfolded me. I didn't know what falling meant till you wrote when my heartbeat said. But even in your smile I saw a trace of something holding back you couldn't face. We were almost meant to stay, almost found it forever in the way. Your hand fit perfectly in mine, like stars aligning out of time, but almost isn't close enough to keep a breaking heart in love. We were almost meant to stay, but almost slipped away. Your voice still lingers in my mind, a fading note I can't rewind. We built a world of maybe soon, but promises collapse too soon. I try to hold the pieces of your fear, but you kept walking, even standing here. We were almost meant to stay, almost found it forever in the way. Your hand fit perfectly in mine, like stars aligning out of time, but almost isn't close enough to keep a breaking heart in love. We were almost meant to stay, but almost slipped away. If timing had been kinder, if fate had drawn us tighter, maybe you'd still be with me now, instead of just a dream I can't put down. We were almost meant to stay, almost touched a love that wouldn't fade. I felt you slipping like a tide, no matter how I held the line, but almost couldn't hold us here or keep you leaving from drawing near. We were almost meant to stay, but almost walked away, and I'm left holding everything we almost became. I still remember the way you'd call in quiet moments, no reason at all. You held my heart like something true before the silence started growing through, and I replay the spaces where you slipped, every minute losing one more grip. These are the hours you forgot, the ones where I loved you more than I thought. Every sunrise you let fade, every memory let slip away. Promises crumble where your silence left, and I'm holding pieces you left behind, trying not to lose what's left of mine. These are the hours you forgot, the ones where I loved you more than I thought. Every sunrise you let fade, every memory you let slip away. You walked out without a second glance, left me standing in the aftermath. These are the hours you forgot, but they're all I've got. Maybe time was never on our side. Maybe love was something you couldn't fight. But I still keep the seconds you let fall, even if you don't remember them at all. These are the hours you forgot, but to me they're the pieces of what we were not. Every heartbeat I tried to save now just echoes through an empty space. You walked out without looking back, left me learning how to fill the cracks. These are the hours you forgot, and they're all I've got. I hold the minutes you left unfinished. I left the porch light on for you, like I always used to do. Your footsteps never reached my door, but hope kept whispering maybe more. I sat with shadows on the stairs, counting promises still in the air. Every quiet hour felt like truth, saying I was waiting more than you. And I held on even when the night turned cold, still believing in stories we never told. Now there are tears on the welcome mat, where your smile used to land when you came back. Every drop of memory we couldn't save, every trace of path you never stayed. You left silence where your heartbeat set. Now the only thing returning is the past, and I'm standing here with tears on the welcome mat, trying to accept that you're not coming back. Your coffee cup is by the sink, still holding echoes of the way you'd think. I kept your sweater on the chair, like you'd walk in and still be there. Love used to bloom in simple things, now it feels like winter in the spring. I sweep the floor but somehow fall into pieces that still miss your call. And I'm learning how to breathe without your name, even though the air will never be the same. Now there are tears on the welcome mat, where your smile used to land when you came back. Every drop of memory we couldn't The porch light dims, but my heart still lets you in. I held your promises like sunlight in my hands, believed every word you whispered in the dark. You painted futures on the walls of my heart, then walked away before they even had a chance. I tried to stand where your shadow used to be, but every step just pulled another piece of me. You taught me how to break, how to fall with no one left to catch the ache, how to breathe when every breath begins to shake. I didn't learn to leave, but you taught me how to break. Your memory lingers like fingerprints on glass, a quiet bruise that never fades with time. I try to stitch the silence back into my life, but every thread keeps pulling me to the past. I hear the echoes of the love you didn't keep, and somewhere in them I lose another piece. You taught me how to break, how to fall with no one left to catch the ache, how to breathe when every breath begins to shake. I didn't learn to leave, but you taught me how to break. Maybe healing starts where all the truth is raw, where I admit you never loved me after all. But even now I feel the fracture when I speak your name, a lesson carved too deep to ever fade. You taught me how to break, but now I'm learning how to turn the pain to grace, how to stand without the pieces you've erased. I didn't learn to stay, and I won't let you teach me how to So here I am, gathering shadows used to lie. The waves still whisper secrets you left behind. Your laughter lingers in the dimming sky, a fading echo I keep replaying in my mind. I trace the footprints we almost made, but time washed them out like we were only a phase. And I still search the nights we used to claim, hoping starlight might say your name. Where the falling stars remember us, where the heavens keep the love we lost. Every spark a moment we couldn't save, every shimmer a promise we couldn't brave. You slipped away before the dawn broke through, but the sky holds what I couldn't hold of you. There in the dark, the falling stars remember us, even when you don't remember what we were. Your voice returns in fragments on the breeze, soft as a memory I'm scared to breathe. I hold the twilight like it once held you, a fragile place where dreams almost came true. And though the night keeps pulling me apart, I still feel you written in the constellations of my heart. And I keep hoping the universe might rewrite the ending you left in the quiet of that night. Where the falling stars remember us, where the heavens keep the love we lost. Every spark a moment we couldn't save, every shimmer a promise we couldn't brave. You slipped away before the dawn broke through, but the sky holds what I couldn't hold of you. There in the dark, the falling stars remember us, even when you don't remember what we were. Maybe some loves burn too bright to stay. Maybe we were a wish the night couldn't keep safe. But when I look up, I still feel your touch in every star that falls too soon, too much. Where the falling stars remember us, and the night repeats the things we never discussed. Every heartbeat feels like a spark we knew, every tear shines with the ache of you. You walked away before our fate could trust, but somewhere above we're still luminous. There in the dark, the falling stars remember us, even if we're nothing more than dust. I lift my eyes and let the sky be where our memories survive. You held me softly when the lights were low, only when the world had no need to know. Your whispers lived where shadows stayed, a a hidden truth you never let me name. I learned to breathe in all your half-kept dreams, and hoped one day you'd choose to be seen. But love can't bloom where no one sees it grow, and I was waiting for a heart you couldn't show. You left me only in the quiet, where no one else could hear your truth. You kept me somewhere safe and silent, but silence never felt like proof. I needed more than stolen moments, more than nights you wouldn't own. You loved me only in the quiet, and left me loud and beat alone. I traced the outlines of your secret fears, the parts you hid behind unspoken tears. You let me in, but only halfway through, enough to feel you, never enough to choose. And I kept hoping we would find our light, but you stayed folded in the safety of the night. And every promise faded before it reached your lips, a love you held too loosely in your fingertips. You loved me only in the quiet, where no one else could hear your truth. You kept me somewhere safe and silent, but silence never felt like proof. I needed more than stolen moments, more than nights you wouldn't own. You loved me only in the quiet, and left me loud and beat alone. Maybe you were scared of who we could become. Maybe I was scared of living half loved, but hearts weren't made for hidden rooms, and I broke trying to fit inside yours too. You loved me only in the quiet, but I'm learning how to hear my voice, finding strength in the ones who see me, not the ones afraid to make a choice. I'm leaving all the whispered shadows and the love you never let unfold. You loved me only in the quiet, but I need more than being half told. So I step into the light, where we lost. Your jacket still hangs where you left your name, a quiet echo of the love you couldn't claim. I gather pieces of the things we tried, but some hearts break too gently to survive. And I keep searching for the reasons why you let go long before you said goodbye. 'Cause I had a heart too soft for your goodbye, too open for the way you chose to leave my side. You slipped away like someone fading from a dream, leaving me with promises you never meant to keep. I held on even when the truth was hard to find, but I had a heart too soft for your goodbye. The nights are longer than they used to be, filled with shadows of the way you looked at me. I trace your memory like a fragile line, one wrong touch and it all unwinds. You taught me gently how to lose, but never how to stop loving you. And I still stumble where your silence lies, trying to understand the reasons in your eyes. 'Cause I had a heart too soft for your goodbye, too open for the way you chose to leave my side. You slipped away like someone fading from a dream, leaving me with promises you never meant to keep. I held on even when the truth was hard to find, but I had a heart too soft for your goodbye. Maybe love was never meant to stay. Maybe we were built to fall away, but still I break in all the quiet places where your absence paints its empty traces. 'Cause I had a heart too soft for your goodbye, but now I'm learning how to breathe without the lies. You drifted off like a whisper losing wind, but I'm finding strength in where your shadows end. I held on even when you left me wondering why, but no more, this heart's not soft for your goodbye. I close the door you left behind and take my softness back this time. goodbye under silver skies. Your voice still lingers in my mind. The world was quiet, the stars were kind, but your shadow stayed behind. I trace your name in fading light. The wind still whispers every night. I close my eyes, but I still see the love you took away from me. Every heartbeat feels the same, calling softly out your name. There are tears on the moon tonight, falling slow in the pale blue light. Every memory drifts through the dark, carry echoes of my heart. I reach for you, but you're too far, just a wish on a dying star. These tears on the moon tonight. The ocean sighs beneath the glow. 1,000 miles I'll never know. The promises we couldn't keep now haunt the edges of my sleep. Your laughter still paints the air, but I wake and you're not there. I'd give forever just to find that moment we left behind. Every silence feels like rain, falling on your name again. There are tears on the moon tonight, falling slow in the pale blue light. Every memory drifts through the dark, carrying echoes of my heart. I reach for you, but you're too far, just a wish on a dying star. These tears on the moon tonight. Maybe love was meant to fade, like silver light that softly fades, but I still keep your melody hidden deep inside of me. There are tears on the moon tonight, but they shimmer with a softer light. Maybe love was never gone, it just changed where it belongs. I'll keep dreaming where you are, underneath the same old star. These tears on the moon tonight. And when the night begins to fade, I'll still whisper your name unafraid, for love still glows softly true. A tear on the moon for you. a ghost that never wants to leave. The city sleeps, the night is kind, but you're still running through my mind. The clock hands whisper what they know, that love fades faster than it grows. I thought forever meant tonight, but dawn will wash you from my sight. The stars remember what we said, but they'll fade when the sky turns red. I'll be forgotten by the morning when sunlight takes my place. All our promises dissolving like the tears upon your face. You wake and I'll be gone, like a dream you like summer light that won't fade in. We dance beneath the silver rain, and time stood still between the pain. Your whisper lingered in the breeze, a fragile truth, it brought me peace. Every heartbeat felt like years, soft and trembling through my tears. And every look, it pulled me near, like time forgot we're standing here. Love in slow motion, like waves against the ocean. Every breath we take feels endless in the night. Love in slow motion, we're caught in pure devotion. In your arms the world turns gentle, soft and right. The city hum fades out of view. All I can see begins with you. Your heartbeat's rhythm pulls me close, a melody the silence knows. The stars above refuse to move, they watch us fall was falling soft and low. Your shadow lingered in the glow. The streetlights blurred the silence deep. Where love once lived, it fell asleep. Your letters faded on my hands, like castles built on sinking sand. I tried to speak, but words were gone. The echoes whispered you moved on. And every tear became a flame, burning softly through your name. The night I lost your name, the stars forgot to shine the same. The sky fell quiet, the world turned gray, and I watched our memories drift away. The night I lost your name, I lost the sound, I lost the frame, but in my heart your voice remains. The night I lost your name. I walked the streets we used to roam. Each corner whispered you're not home. The air still hums your favorite song, but somehow now it feels all wrong. The photographs can't meet my eyes. They tell the truth that love denies. I breathe you out, I pull you in, but I can't find where we begin. The past won't fade, it softly calls through empty rooms and shadowed halls. The night I lost your name, the stars forgot to shine the same. The sky fell quiet, the world turned gray, and I watched our memories drift away. The night I lost your name, I lost the sound, I lost the frame, but in my heart your voice remains. The night I lost your name. Maybe someday I'll learn to breathe without your ghost surrounding me, but every dream still ends the same, with me still whispering your name. The night I lost your name, the dawn arrived but felt the same. I held the stars but they just fade, and I can't forget the love we made. The night I lost your name, I lost the fire, I lost the flame, but still inside I feel the pain. The night I lost your name. And if tomorrow calls your face, I'll close my eyes and find my place. In every tear, in every flame, I'll still remember your name. pretending I still have it all. The thunder hums your quiet tune. The night remembers loving you. I close my eyes but still can see the way you said goodbye to me. If dreams could carry love that's gone, I'd chase the dawn and bring you home. If I could turn the rain back into sunlight on your face again, erase the storm, unbreak the chain, I'd bring you home through every pain. If I could turn the rain to echo soft where hearts remain, I'd change the ending, lose the blame. If I could turn the rain, I'd whisper to the sky above, rewrite our story with more love. Undo the tears, the words unspoken, heal the hearts that time has broken. If I could turn the rain to silver light and soft refrain, I'd hold you close through loss and pain and never let you go again. If I could turn the rain, I'd find the way to love again, to call your name, to break the chain. If I could turn the rain, but rain will fall and I'll remain, whispering love through endless rain. You said you'd stay until the dawn, but I woke up and you were gone. Your sweater's hanging by the door, a ghost that doesn't live here anymore. I keep replaying your soft goodbye, the way you couldn't meet my eyes. Was it all just a dream we made, a fragile truth that slowly fades? You left your love between the lines, the last promise still haunts my mind. I'm standing where our hearts collide, still holding on to your last goodbye. The stars don't shine the way they used to. Every light reminds me of you. I try to laugh, but the sound breaks. Echoes falling like heartbreak flakes. I whisper words you'll never hear, but in my chest you still appear. Was it all just a dream we made, a fragile truth that slowly fades? You left I made